So yeah, it's called Escape. Maybe I'm wanting to go back into a simpler time in life, crawl back into the moon. Maybe I'm envious of children. All I know is there's a point in every person's life, I think it hit me at 13 maybe, where you really lose your innocence. One day you're a child, you're lying in this colorful world where everything is a colorful mystery and the whole world revolves around you. One day you try to go just a little further than usual. You're testing your limits and you realize there's a leash on your collar, and you keep pulling and pulling, but all you do is choke yourself. Then you take a look around you and finally see the big picture, at least a part of it anyway. You think about where you are in the scheme of things. You have this amazing revelation and you hate it because it's not pretty and it's not fun. You begin to ask questions that really can't be answered, except this time they're questions that matter. Every movement is fixed and monitored closely. Your future is planned and any deviation is punishable. There is no time for fun and games, for you are preparing to join the rat race. Where's your place? And then there's this matter with the leash you're now wearing. You see who's at the end of it. They are your parents and teachers, totalitarianism disguised as guidance. So you keep pulling, trying to escape, trying to find a weak link, but you keep choking. Well, you either give up or you break your neck. A lucky few get away. Now there you are, trapped and dehumanized. But it gives you time to think. Perhaps because the only thing that you have left are your thoughts. So you think and plan and dream about what you will do when and if you are ever free. Finally, it is declared that you are free, but by the time they're through with you, you're a helpless, shivering mess. Completely drained and your spirit is broken. You're afraid because you know nothing else. Freedom has always been this distant dream. Now you can go, but where? So there you remain. Or maybe you step away slowly now, steady, like a baby fawn taking your first step. And you look back and see your parents and teachers weren't holding your leash after all. They were merely on the other end of their own collar, and you feel sorry for them. But what a revelation. You're free, wild as a deer. But wait, you can only go so far. There's a big fence blocking your way. It's 20 miles high and it's guarded by the police, the government, your boss, and the army. And you're still chained. It's just longer than usual. You thought you were free? Ha! You look around and see a million others just like you, all connected with chains, and they're so tangled and intertwined that no one can tell who's pulling or holding the leash anymore. But the only hope of ever breaking free is for everyone to pull together at the same time and tear down that fence. But everyone is pulling in different directions, trying to achieve their own ends. And half of them don't even realize that they are chained because they never even tried to leave. Maybe they're the lucky few. At least they know bliss. But you know there are greater pastures elsewhere, a place where there are no chains, no collars, and you roam freely. It's just on the other side of that fence. This one is called Hope Like Hell. It's a couple of lines and weird ones pertaining to gay and lesbian rights and Hollywood's image and facts about what we know. I picked up when I was in San Francisco. It was a writing on the wall for me. And so I built a longer poem around it, and it's called Hope Like Hell. I hope the starving, hungry tummies in Africa get so full that they and the parasites they post inside them can have everlasting meals. I hope Oprah builds more schools in Africa and excludes more rich people and pisses more white people off and try to say she's being a racist. I hope CNN, NBC, ABC, Fox, C-SPAN, MSNBC, and the rest stop passing off low or no American casualties for the day as making the whole lot of Iraqi deaths okay. I hope Hollywood crumbles under its own image as everything, attention star, spoiled ass, only child that has never heard no mentality. I hope gays and lesbians become the majority for a whole long time, or at least long enough to legislate marriage laws and adopt foster kids, and piss every intolerant heterosexual and fundamentalist Christian off who arrogantly assumes they have a monopoly on moral rights. I hope facts come out that debunk everything anyone believes, I myself included, so that we may all know what it feels like to be utterly wrong and not be so quick to make facts of opinions. I hope the hunter gets the prey. I hope the prey gets away. I hope that not one more diamond is ever found or formed. of the factories of the earth that make all precious metals and rocks go on strike. I hope humans lose their almost sexual obsession with shiny objects. I hope this poem gets longer and longer and filled with more disdain and hatred. I hope you hate this poem. I hope this poem takes all the hatred in this world and locks it into every line, thereby leaving the world left to only love. I hope a Shia and a Sunni fall madly in love and give birth to a child that impregnates a Jew, who then gives birth to offspring that worships the Buddha but gets its eye caught by the most devout conservative Christians. And then in turn I hope they both denounce all religions and faiths after realizing the true way to God is through humanity and love, only alone and all by themselves. I hope life turns out to be worth all this poetry. I hope life turns out to be worth all this worry. I hope life turns out to be worth all this life. I hope life turns out to be worth all this hope. I hope it turns out to be worth it. I hope like hell.